Well, hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Christmasful. It's so good to see you. I'm Sunny the Elf, and here's Santa Claus. Hey, Santa.
Ho, ho, ho. How you doing today?
I am doing great. And boy, are we getting super close to Christmas. We got a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about today, boys and girls. But I do want to start by reminding you of how you get access to all of our older videos of Christmasful, as well as our podcast. So let's talk about how you can get notifications first when we go live. Okay, so right now we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And whatever platform we're live on, usually there's a way like through notifications, reminders, subscriptions. There's a lot of different ways to reach out to us. So if you're on Facebook, you can click that little reminder button and that will remind you when we're live. On YouTube, there's a subscribe button, and that's great if you happen to miss an episode of Christmasful and you need to go back and check it out. But like I said, lots of ways to connect with us through this live show. And this show is so important to Santa and I because, towards the beginning of the Christmas season, we were talking and we know that down below the Arctic Circle, things look a little bit different this year, boys and girls. And we know that maybe for those of you who typically go to school, maybe you're doing a little bit of going to school, maybe a little bit of working from home. We know a lot of events have been canceled. And that's why Christmasful was so important to us, is we know you want to interact with Santa and Santa wants to connect with you as well. And this is the show that can make that possible. So throughout today's episode, we want to connect with you guys. So this is a live video you can post below. And even if you happen to be watching this later, that's okay. Go ahead and comment. We'll try to answer your questions and connect with you guys in any way we possibly can. And so in addition to Christmasful, we also have our podcast, and our podcast is called Millennial Santa. And this is a daily show that we do. We started on November 15th. We do this all the way through Christmas. And who knows, we may do things, outside of the Christmas season as well. And we just love connecting with you. And through this podcast, you guys can actually submit your questions to Santa. So you get your own episode and Santa will answer your questions, and you can check this out on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Super fun show. We love doing that show, right, Santa?
That's right. I do. It's been a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah,
challenging at times, but a lot of fun.
It's definitely challenging because you never know what the boys and girls are going to say.
That's right.
You guys always come up with some really interesting questions for Santa and I, but that's why we love it. It keeps us on our toes, right, Santa?
That's right.
All right. Well, let's go ahead, Santa, and discuss our countdown to Christmas.
Tick tock, it's time to count down to Christmas.
Oh my goodness. 2 days, Santa. Well, and just one day for you to deliver presents.
That's right. I start tomorrow night. I start at, and I'm on the go all the way to Christmas. And I start tomorrow night at the not daylight savings time, at the international timeline. So
the dateline.
It's going to be Dateline, thank you.
Yeah.
Man, my memory. I don't know. Oh, I make
That's
it
why
through
you
to
have
Christmas.
me, Santa.
I know. That's why I got Elvis and the sleigh with me too.
That's right.
It keeps
That's
me
right.
straight.
So the North Pole, as you guys can imagine, is very, very busy. Santa, what are you doing like right now? Where's your mind at? Are you getting amped up, or are you trying to relax before the big night? Like, how does this typically work for you?
Oh, for me, typically I start meditating. I really wanted this. I go through the whole night. I kind of know the map. I know where I'm going. I know how I'm going to get there. And, the elves are giving me up-to-dates on weather and wind forecast and snow and everything. And, I kind of try to relax and take all this in. I don't do a lot of running around. I just really trying to relax. So when tomorrow comes, everybody's excited. The elves get excited and everybody, it's just a madhouse around here. And it gets so exciting that the reindeer even get excited. And they start hopping up and down and they go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And yeah, it gets pretty exciting. So right now I'm kind of like relaxing. I like doing the show so I can talk to the children, gets my mind off things.
Yeah,
And that's about it right now. I mean, things are ready. We're ready.
that's
The
right.
packages are packed and the sleigh's ready to go, and it's go time pretty soon.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the reindeer, I would imagine, get really excited because I don't know, boys and girls, if you know this, but the reindeer don't fly all year round. There's only certain times where the reindeer can
Mhm.
fly. So they haven't been out and about just flying around. So I would imagine they
No.
get super excited because, this time of year is very different for them.
Oh, they are. They get really excited, and they've been trained to pull the sleigh. So
Yeah,
for them, that's fun. I mean,
yeah.
that's like giving your puppy at home a ball and throwing it and let him chase it. Once we hook those reindeer to that sleigh, they want to go. It's just like my sled dogs. You hook them up to the sled, and they want to go. And
Yeah.
that's the way it are. It's fun. It gets exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Santa, I think it was 2 days ago, our last Christmasful that we did. So today's Wednesday, I guess that would have been Monday. We talked about
Yeah.
something that was happening in the sky. So that would have been the first day of winter, which
Oh
was
yeah,
December
yeah.
21st. Remember that? We talked
The
about the
Christmas
Christmas
star.
star. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show some pictures to you guys. So these are real pictures that were taken. And we told you guys on Monday when we did our show that the star isn't exactly a star. It's actually Saturn and Jupiter, but the way they align, they're so close together, and the planets themselves are already pretty bright that it makes it look like, from here on Earth, it makes it look like a big star. So, what you're seeing on the left hand side there are Jupiter and Saturn. And then what you're seeing on the right side, I don't know if you can see that. I believe that's like an old church, but if you look like right above where the cross is on the picture, you'll see this very bright dot in the sky. And that's an actual picture that someone took on Monday night of the Christmas star. So I don't know if you guys could see it that bright where you guys live. I'm sure it looks very different depending on where you're at in the world. But we wanted to show you some pictures because we talked about this, and it's really a cool thing, Santa.
Oh, it is. I enjoy looking at it when I get a chance to see it.
Yeah. So there you go. There's your up close look at the Christmas star. I just wanted to share that with you guys. All right,
Yeah,
let's
actually,
talk
it
a
was the
little
first
bit.
time in my lifetime it was up there.
Oh, that's right. Well, we talked about this too because it was like
Yeah.
800 years since the last Christmas
Right.
star, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Right.
exactly. So, a very special star to say the least. All right, let's talk about what we're going to do on today's show. It is jam packed. We've got some families we're going to talk to. We've got some Santa mail, lots of good stuff. So here we go. We're actually going to start with Santa mail. So these are pieces of mail, not always physical mail. A lot of it's email, or perhaps it's a message we find on social media, something like that. And we want to share it. So we have a couple emails that we're going to share with you guys today. And this is from boys and girls. You can ask Santa a question. Sometimes people want to show off some artwork they did, or just say hi and tell us a little bit about your year and what you went through. So we're going to share some of that with some boys and girls. We also have a meet and greet where we have possibly more than one family, we'll see, joining us today. And this is one of our favorite segments here on Christmasful because Santa and I love to chat with you guys directly. So we like to bring that in through the comments, but then also have you guys on video. So we have a family that's joining us, and we're going to check in with them in just a little bit. And we're going to play some reindeer games. So we love games here, especially as an elf. Elves love to play games. It's one of our favorite things to do. And so we have a special segment here called Reindeer Games. And I don't want to give it away. It involves balloons. That's all I'm going to say. So that should get you really excited about what's coming up. We're going to show you how to do that. And then we're going to make a Christmas craft. So we're actually not going to make it on the show. I'm going to show you guys how to make it. And then I have a video that I'm going to show you of how to make it and what it looks like. We put our little elves to the test, and they made a Christmas craft for you, and it has something to do with the Christmas tree. So those are your teasers for what's coming up in today's show. Okay, Santa, let's get started with Santa mail.
We love to hear from you. Let's open Santa mail.
All right, Santa. So the first piece of mail we got is from a little boy named Michael. He had kind of a longer email, but I took a portion of it and I wanted to share with you. So this is from Michael. I'll go ahead and read it. It says, "Hi, Santa. I have really been trying this year to be good. I've been doing my homework and trying hard in school. I try to keep my room clean and do my chores. And I also try to listen to my mom and dad. My dad asked me to help him outside cleaning up. We made a garden this year. I hope you are safe with the COVID-19 pandemic happening. From Michael.
Well, thank you, Michael. That's a nice letter. It really
Yeah.
is. And I saw your list that was attached to it, and we will work on that, okay?
Yes, Michael loves to play video games. So I think pretty
Yes,
much every video game or video game player, controller was listed on his holiday wish list. We may have to check
I
in with mom
know.
and dad on that one.
Right. Yep, I do. Yep, I always do. So, all righty.
Yes. Well, thank you, Michael. We love getting mail from you guys. Okay, next one. This is a question, and it comes from Timmy. Timmy's got a great question. In fact, all of our questions today have to do with Christmas Eve and you delivering presents, Santa. So this one says, how fast is your sleigh, Santa?
Well, Timmy, I wish you were on the show the other day when we had NORAD there because they track me. They know how fast I go. But it's really not the speed of my sleigh, it's the fact that I go through time portals. And I go through those and I punch through time portals, which is basically a space time continuum, but I'm able to go through. I have a special device, you might say, and Elvis helps me with that and he controls it. And I can go from, say, Ontario, Canada to Mexico City in a flash, just like that. Doesn't take me not even a second, and that's how I do that. So I go back and forth, and that's how I do all my trips. So it's not a matter of speed. The reindeer can't fly that fast, and the sleigh wouldn't hold up to supersonic conditions. But I can get up there and move, Timmy. So I'll let you know that. Everything else is all top secret.
Very scientific, Timmy. You have to stay in school to
Yes,
understand exactly what Santa's talking about there. Very scientific, but we need it because you've got a lot of places to get to on Christmas Eve.
that's
Okay,
right.
next question comes from Grace, and Grace asks, how does Santa stay so quiet while delivering presents?
Well, Grace, the secret there is my boots. I have them specially made and they are very stealthy. And it's very similar to the same type of, you might say, that what basketball players wear. They wear a nice soft rubber on their shoes and it's quiet. And I have that on my boots, so it's nice and quiet when I walk around. Even when I crunch snow, it crunches quiet. The snow's louder than my boots, so yeah, I can get in and out without anybody hearing me, and it's pretty cool. It's neat. It's neat. I like it.
Now that you said that, you gave away one of your secrets, Hannah. I'm thinking there's probably a lot
I
of
know.
parents. Well, there's probably gonna be a lot of parents that want those boots, like when you're sneaking out of the room, when you put your kids to sleep, and you're sneaking out of the room, like, don't
Well, if
wake
you're in the
up.
house, just go barefoot. That's better yet. Anyway,
Oh, that's
I
true.
mean, I
That's
got a
true.
pair of slippers Mrs. Claus gave me that are super quiet. You know.
But what about like the squeaky boards on the floor, depending on your home? That's usually what throws it off. It's like you step
It
on one
is.
of the
It
kids'
is.
toys or something
Yeah.
like that. But all right. Our last question comes from Sam, and Sam asks, "Can I stay up this year and see you on Christmas Eve?"
No, Sam. Just no. I'm telling you, I got elves out there keeping an eye on things, and we are in conjunction with the Sandman and the Tooth Fairy. They got some dust. We got sleeping dust. The Tooth Fairy uses it all the time. Sandman, he comes up with it. I don't know where he comes up with it, but the elves all have a little pouch, and if they see anybody awake or hear anybody not sleeping tight, they just sprinkle a little bit of that in the air, and it's so fine you wouldn't even see it or know it or smell it. But when it hits you, you're sleeping. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's good
I
stuff.
I feel like every year the kids want to stay up and watch you, which I do understand. And in fact, we had that movie, it was a couple years ago, I think came out with the Christmas Chronicles where the kids tried to stay up. Do you remember that?
Oh
I
yeah,
think you saw
children
that movie.
always do it.
They're
I'm
always
always,
trying to
I'm
do that.
always, I'm walking in the house as I come down that chimney. I look up and I see him laying there sleeping on the staircase, or I see him sleep
No.
hiding behind the sofa, and they're
Oh my
sound
goodness.
asleep. And it's so funny. I should take pictures of it sometime.
Well, they mean well, right? They just
They
want to
do.
see you. Yeah.
They
But
try to catch me. That's all.
you guys can watch Christmasful anytime and see Santa. So you don't have to stay up late. Listen to mom and dad. Go to bed when mom and dad tell you to go to bed. Okay. Well, if you guys have a question, we are still taking email and mail and all that good stuff. And so you can reach out to us. Our website is christmasful.com. And there is a link at the top of the website that says Santa Mail. If you click on that, there's a form. You can upload pictures if you want to take a picture of a drawing that you made for Santa Claus. We love to show that stuff off. And there's a lot of different ways we can do it. We can do it here on the show. We can do it through social media, a lot of great things. And again, we just love connecting with you guys. So please check out our website for more information. All right, Santa, I think we're ready to bring on our family.
Wow. Okay.
Let's go ahead and do our meet and greet. And today's family, let's go ahead and bring them on. First of all, I have to say, Santa, they have the most incredible last name. It's the Rudolph family.
Oh my goodness. I wonder if they're any relation to Rudolph, our red-nosed reindeer.
They spell their name a little differently.
They do. It's German. It's a good name,
hi
though.
guys. I think you're muted. I don't think we can hear you. Can you turn off the mute button so we can hear you?
There you go. Yeah, hi there. Hi. Hi, how are you all? Yeah, I see Jay there. Hi, Jay. And I see Steven. Is that Steven sitting next to you? There you go. And Evelyn, I see you over there. But I don't see Luke. Where's Luke?
He's on his device in Grandma's room.
Oh,
He's playing around. He cannot live without his device or Paw Patrol.
Oh, is that right? I can understand that. He's only 3. Jay, you're going to turn 9 here, January 1st, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 years old. My goodness. Yeah, I remember you from last year when you came up to visit me at the North Pole. Do you remember me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you were able to connect to me again. I sometimes miss you guys. I miss everybody. So it's good to see you. So, Jay, what are you wanting for Christmas?
A Lego Arctic base set.
All right. Yeah.
9 point black Sharpies. And a real.
All right. How about you, Steven? What do you want?
I want a Godzilla. I want a Godzilla.
A what? Godzilla. Oh my goodness.
I want a Optimus Prime gorilla.
Okay.
I want a stuffy dinosaur.
All right. Very good. All right. Well, you're going to fill up my whole sleigh.
Last one. A fireman Sam set.
All right. We'll see what we can do. I mean, sleigh's only so big. Evelyn, how about you?
I thought Luke over there.
Yeah, Luke's
What? I can see you over there. You can come a little closer to the screen. There you go.
Okay.
So, don't want to forget you. What do you want for Christmas? Evelyn?
LOL dolls.
An LOL doll genie.
Okay, LOL doll. Okay.
And Anna from Frozen. Right?
Anna. Yeah. Those are biggies. Those are. And we make them up here at the North Pole, so that's good. So, do you guys have your Christmas tree up yet?
And an nail dryer thingy.
A what?
A nail dryer?
A nail dryer? What kind of nails you going to dry? You mean nails like they build houses out of nails?
No.
Oh, fingernails. Well, can't you just blow on them? Go like.
No.
Doesn't that work?
No. No.
You don't even do your nails. And even
You
if you
don't.
did,
So, what is new in your world today? You've been going to school at home, or have you been going to school at school?
well, we've been going to school at school, but
Now we stop.
now we're on
Last week. Now we're on break.
we kind of quarantined ourselves, and now we're just on break up to January 11th.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They call that a Christmas break. I think that's what a lot of places call it, a Christmas break. Yeah. Yeah. It's just not going to school. Yeah. Do you have snow where you're at?
No.
No.
I wish.
Oh yeah. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time. It's a lot of fun to have snow when you can go out and play with it, but when you got to get the snow shovel and shovel all the snow off the sidewalks, it doesn't turn fun anymore. We have that up here with the elves. The elves always get upset when I make them go out and shovel snow in front of my cabin. And so they still do that. So is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
Do you want to show Santa your drawings?
Wow, that's a nice candy cane. Very good.
Thanks.
Alrighty. I like that.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me see yours, Evan. Wow, put it up a little closer to the screen. Oh my goodness, that is so nice. Yeah. Christmas tree and me there by the Christmas tree, it looks like. And wow, that looks like a lot of fun. That's a nice one. That's a good snowman too. Very artful.
There's
How come
also
he's
the good
frowning?
lights.
Yeah. Looks really good. I like the star too. Big star there. That's a Christmas star, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandma used chalk to make the snowman and star. She painted the background
right?
without the snowman and the star, but I mainly did the cool stuff to
That's
it.
good. That is really good. Well, yeah. So it's been really nice seeing you again this year. And did you enjoy your trip to the North Pole last year?
Yeah.
You did? Yeah. And Mrs. Claus sends her love. And especially Mrs. Claus wanted to say hi to your mommy. She's there, Kathy. And yeah, hi. Mrs. Claus is outside with the sled dogs. And she's being really good right now. So I think Kathy.
Yeah.
And we miss you, Santa. We did have so much fun last year.
We did.
No, I kind of wish it snowed, because then, it's not like ice and Flagstaff.
Oh yeah, it's nice and snowy. So great. Well, I even see. Yeah. Okay. Well, nice talking to you guys. And remember, be good. All right. And I want to tell you right off the bat, Jay, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jay.
Happy birthday.
Hey, boys and girls, let's get together and let's take a picture. Can you guys just squeeze together and then I can take a picture and send it to you guys? You ready?
Together, guys.
On the count of 3.
Okay, look at the camera.
2, 3. Good job. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being on our show
very
today.
Good.
Everybody say thank you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, how cute are they, Santa? That's
Oh,
really
they're
neat.
adorable.
So you got to see them last year, and now you get to see
Oh,
them
I
again.
did. They came up. We have every so often we have a visitor bureau, which is an imitation of the North Pole, and we get guests that come up there.
Okay.
And this year it's not operating because of the COVID virus. But I think if we continue our Christmasful, we may talk about it next year.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah.
Oh,
All
it
right.
is. It's a lot of fun.
Let's move along. We're going to play some reindeer games. So boys and girls, get ready for this. You know, this is one of my favorite segments because I love seeing the crazy videos that our elves come up with. But here are reindeer games.
Rudolph, come and play. Let's make a reindeer game.
Hooray! Hooray! That's my favorite part of that little jingle. Hooray! Okay, Santa. So the reindeer game we're going to play today is crazy. Now, boys and girls, I want you to use your imagination. I'm going to show you a video in a little bit, but I want you to just picture this. I'm going to tell you exactly how this is done. So our reindeer game today is called Balloon Reindeer Antlers. Okay, just kind of picture that in your head. You know, if you had antlers made of balloons, what would that look like? Because that's the game that we're going to play. Okay, let me show you how this is going to work. You're going to need some items, right? You're going to need some things in order to play this game. And it's probably stuff you may already have around your house. Okay, it's pretty easy. You need some balloons, and it's great if they're very, very colorful. That makes it even more fun. And then you need some sort of tights, or sometimes people call them pantyhose. Now, I have a little disclaimer up here on the screen. You have to ask your mom for permission first if you are using her pantyhose. Okay, we don't want any mommies and daddies upset with us because little boys and girls are going into their room and grabbing pantyhose. So make sure.
Good idea. Good idea adding that disclosure. Yes.
Yeah, I can just see them going in there and grabbing something really expensive. So don't do that. Don't do that. But ask your mom and dad, probably your mom, and ask her if you have any, she has any pantyhose that you might be able to use. You could get some tights. They have these things at the stores. You can get them pretty cheaply as well.
It'd be better to ask mom than dad.
Yeah, probably. Your mom's going to know probably more than your dad. Okay, guys, this is how you're going to play the game, okay? You're going to blow up your balloons, but here's the thing. You don't want to blow them up to the, biggest size you can, because I know that's a lot of fun and you want to see if you can create the biggest balloon, but that's not part of this game. You really only want to blow up your balloons about halfway. Okay. And once you've done that, and you do need a lot of balloons, depending on how many people are playing, you're going to need more balloons. You can usually fit about 8 in these tights or these pantyhose that you're going to put in it. But here's what's going to happen. Either you play individually, right? So each person is, their own person, playing individually, or you can pair up as a team. So you can have like a boys team and a girls team, or divide it up however you want. And each team or each person gets a pair of tights or pantyhose. Then you're going to stuff these tights. When you say go, when someone says go, you're going to stuff these tights with those balloons that are halfway blown up. And then this is the crazy part. You're going to put it on your head and you're going to race to the finish line. And this looks crazy when you actually do it. And of course, I found some elves that were willing to go ahead and do this. Are you guys ready for this? Okay, these are balloon reindeer antlers. Here you go. Our crazy little elves. Now, come on. Didn't that look like fun? What do you think, Santa?
I enjoy just watching them. I enjoy the elves. They always give me a giggle.
Well, they had a blast with that. They wanted to keep it afterward. And I said, okay, you can keep it. Just make sure, you keep it inside the tights and the balloons don't go everywhere. We don't want to, big mess here at the North Pole. But I do have to say, when you're stuffing them in, it is a little bit tricky in the beginning because until the tights are a little bit more loose, because you're kind of stuffing it in these tights, you kind of need to kind of squeeze the balloon. You might have some balloon popping going on too. That's always fun. Always very surprising when a balloon pops. But yeah, lots of fun. And what I love about it is you don't have to have a lot of materials, right? The items, you just really basically need two things. You need the balloons, you need a pair of pantyhose, and you're good to go. So that's a fun thing that you guys can play around your homes while you're out on your Christmas break, your winter break, and play with neighborhood kids, or if you've got siblings, your brothers and sisters in the house. It's always a fun thing to do. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and move along. We are going to talk about a Christmas craft that we're going to play.
Wrap the glue and ribbon too. Here's a Christmas craft for you.
All right, so we love making crafts here at the North Pole. And again, all of these are activities, things that you can do on your break. And today, we're going to show you how to make this. It is called a popsicle stick Christmas tree. There's a million different ways you can do this. And what I love about this craft is that it's all about your creativity, right? You can decorate these any way you want, and you don't need a lot of things to get started. So let's go over the items that you're going to need. You're going to need some popsicle sticks. Okay. Now, there are some places like if you go to a craft store or like, a convenience store, something like that, where things are a little bit cheaper. A lot of times they will have regular popsicle sticks that are kind of that tannish kind of color or whatever, beigey color. And then they may have some popsicle sticks that have color to them. So you're going to see in our video, I'm going to show you here in a little bit. Sometimes they're already like colored green or red or blue or yellow. And so you just need some sort of popsicle sticks. I guess that you could even have popsicle sticks that you've used and just try it out. Maybe they actually had a popsicle on them at one point. Who knows? You need some pipe cleaners, which you can get pretty much anywhere. You need some jewels or bows. And these are all things that you're going to use to decorate your Christmas tree. You need some sort of string or ribbon because that's what we're going to use to hang it from the Christmas tree. And then you either need glue, any kind of white glue, Elmer's glue, something like that you might use at school. Or if you have an adult around, you can also use hot glue. Hot glue actually helps when you're making like the structure part of it, right? The actual shape of the Christmas tree. That can really hold things into place really well. All right, so let's go through. We've got a 3-step process in order to make this. I like to break things down in 3s. So here is the first step. You are going to make a triangle, and then you're going to glue these popsicle sticks together. See, that's what I was talking about. You guys see that picture there? So these were popsicle sticks that already came with different colors. And you don't have to do a solid color. You could actually do multiple colors if you wanted a very bright and colorful Christmas tree. But in this picture, this elf is doing an orange Christmas tree. So that's the first step. You make a triangle and then you got to glue it together. The next step is to get some string, or you can also use ribbon, and you're going to cut off a little bit of string or ribbon, and you're actually going to make it into a little loop. You're going to see this on the video in just a little bit. And that is what you're going to use to hang the ornament from the Christmas tree, right? You got to have something to hang it on, and that's how you're going to do it. And then the final step here, we've got a couple different steps. You need to cut a square for the tree trunk. You see on the screen there, it looks a little black. You could use like a tannish color, just construction paper or something like that. You can also use, let's say it could be brown colored, tree trunks are sometimes brown colored, so whatever color you want, but you need something to be the trunk of the tree. And then you are just going to decorate it. So it looks like here on the picture, we've got some snowflakes. We've got a little bow that we've created. We've got a little star, and you can set this up any way you want. And again, I love these kind of crafts because you can really be creative with it. And you're going to see here in just a second how creative our little elves were. So we ready to see the video, Santa, of our little elves working?
Ready? Let's
Okay,
go.
here we go. Oh, those are some good looking Christmas trees, right, Santa?
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah,
I've never thought of that. That's really neat.
there's just so many ways you can decorate them, right? And it really depends on whatever you have
Yeah.
around your home because people are going to have different things, right? And then you can make as many as you want. You can give them as gifts. That's another thing I love about these crafts that we do is, handmade Christmas presents are really the best ones, right? When someone took a little bit of time and was thinking about you when they made the present, those are usually the
Yes.
best gifts.
Those are the
So these
best
are
ones.
great.
It's the best ones from the heart and made by
Yep.
the hands. Those are good.
Oh, I like that. That has a nice ring to it. I really like that. How you said that. That was really good. Santa, I noticed we do have a couple of comments. So I wanted to bring some of these comments on the screen here. Looks like Jen. Oh, that's going to be a hard name for me to pronounce. She says, looking good, Santa.
Thank you, Jen.
Cute.
I
Look at that
appreciate that.
picture. Can you see the picture, Santa? I know it's pretty small, but looks like her family, and then they have a snowman in the
I
middle.
didn't see the picture.
Yeah, no, it's part of her Facebook picture.
Is that
cute.
right? Oh,
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, I'll have to go look it up.
Yeah, no, it's super cute. And then we have, let's see, Gloria. Let's see, Gloria posted this. I think Gloria's been on the show before. This is great. You're the
She
best Santa
has. She
ever.
has.
Love what you do. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you guys for sending these comments. It's so good to hear from you. We just love it. All
Yeah,
right.
I guess Katie, she was saying that the children really had a good time today.
Yay!
Yeah, she said they were so
Oh, yeah.
excited.
Yay, here we go. This is from Katie. There you go.
Yeah.
Aw. Well, we're so excited
The
they're on the
Rudolph
show.
family.
That's just so perfect. So
Mhm.
perfect. That's the best Christmas name ever. Well, Katie, thank you for reaching out to us.
It's a good, strong German name too.
Oh, that's true. That's actually,
Yes, it is,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Well, all Katie did was she reached out and she said, she was interested in being on the show. We had a spot available for today. So, boys and girls, you can do that. Like, we want you to be part of these shows. We know Christmas is coming up in a couple days, but Santa and I actually have some cool stuff planned for after Christmas too.
Yes,
And so
I wasn't going to spill the beans on that, but
I
I'm
know I
glad
kinda
you did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
kind of did.
okay.
We're not going to tell them
That's good.
everything. We're not
No.
going to tell them everything,
Gotta keep
but
them guessing.
that's right. We got to keep them guessing. But we want you guys to reach out to us. We want you to do that. So if you go to our website at christmasful.com, let's see if I can pull that up here. There you go. If you go to Christmasful.com, we've got a lot of information up there. Again, we've got Santa mail. You can click that link. You can email us, send us your pictures, all that fun stuff. We'll still be checking that. I mean, today's the 23rd. We've got the 24th, and Santa's going to be very busy tomorrow night. But I'll share all this stuff with him once he comes back. So keep sending us that stuff. Keep connecting with us. I know on Monday we talked with NORAD. So I wanted to remind you guys of NORAD, noradsanta.org. That is a great resource if you guys want to track Santa and where Santa Claus is going to be on Christmas Eve and what time he's going to be in certain places. That's a great, I know we had a question earlier about, can I stay up and watch for you, Santa?
Right.
You got to know where he's at so you know when to get into bed. And our friends over at NORAD Santa track him throughout the night and know exactly where he's at. So that's a great resource. And if you forget that website, you can always go to Christmasful.com. And if you scroll down on our homepage, we have a button that will take you over to NORAD Santa. So we've got that going on. And yeah, let's go ahead, Santa. We'll go ahead and wrap things up. We like to wrap up our shows and talk a little bit, remind you guys of what we did today, because there's a lot of good things that you can check back with and learn a little bit more about. So of course, we had our Santa mail where we heard from the boys and girls, and we heard from Michael and Timmy and Grace and Sam. And then we had our meet and greet with the Rudolph family. We've already kind of talked about that a little bit. So it's so great to see you guys. We played some reindeer games. I showed you guys how to make those balloon reindeer antlers, and I'm going to post that video separately on YouTube as well. So if you want to go back and look at that, if you want to try to convince mom and dad to allow you to use the pantyhose and you're like, you have to see this video, you can go back, check back on YouTube, and I'll have that video posted here shortly. And then the Christmas craft was the popsicle stick Christmas tree. So yeah, lots of fun stuff today, Santa. And yeah, we had a blast. And I'm kind of sad. This is the last episode before Christmas of Christmasful. It feels like it just went by so quickly.
Yeah, it went by really fast. I mean, it happens to me every year. I just about the time I'm getting ready, and I keep waiting and waiting and waiting for the Christmas season to get here.
Yeah.
And once it gets here, it's over.
Yeah.
And then I start the long wait all over again.
Right. It's everything's so condensed into such a short period of time. But as far as the delivery of the presents, I mean, we're always working on presents and doing all that throughout the year.
Oh yeah. Delivering the presents, we got that down.
Yeah,
we've been doing it long enough that very few mistakes are made.
Exactly.
So.
Well, we want you guys to keep following us and keep, looking out for the videos and stuff that we're posting. So I want to remind you guys again about our notifications. Subscribe, hit that reminder button so you never miss another episode of Christmasful. And then, of course, we have our podcast, Millennial Santa, and you can subscribe to that podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And then you can also just follow us online. So I post a lot of content. Some stuff is like the behind the scenes of how we make things happen. So if you check out our social media sites, we are Christmasful on Facebook and Twitter, and then we're Christmasfully on Instagram. And so those are some great ways you can connect with us. So looking forward to, doing more videos with Santa, even if it's not in the Santa season or the Christmas season, we're still going to be putting out some great content. So make sure you follow us and hang out with us throughout the year. Santa, do you want to sign us off here?
Well, I hope everybody a very Merry Christmas. Children, make sure you're in bed. We'll be watching. I'm seeing who's naughty and who's nice. Yeah. So other than that, I want everybody to remember to please keep the spirit of Christmas in your hearts all year long. Thank you very much, and Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas, everyone.